MLB The Show has baseball coming your way from Tropicana Field here in St. Petersburg. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Detroit Tigers and the Tampa Bay Rays. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. David Price is on the mound for game 2. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he had a ton of strikeouts. He'll be looking to duplicate that effort here.
Austin Jackson heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 14.
First pitch of the night is over for strike 1 as we get started right on time at 7:10 p.m. And Eric, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
And the even better news for them is that they've got their ace going here tonight. So you have to figure that all signs are pointing toward another victory here.
And he misses with it, 1-1. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Now a swing and a miss on the fastball, then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening. So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, like everyone else, I can't wait to see what Miggy Cabrera has in store. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game, so I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
And he takes ball 1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's back there, he might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. So unfortunately, he'll be forced to leave the game here with an apparent head injury. And we're hoping, of course, it's nothing too serious, but it's usually not good when it's above the neck. John Jaso will have to come on and take over behind the plate after the injury.
Number 28, John Jaso.
Price into his motion. 1-2 on its way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And we're just underway from Tropicana Field. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Grounded to the right. Throw on to first takes care of Kinsler here for out number 2. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Miguel Cabrera gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kiermaier on the run. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Alex Avila will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
All of a sudden, you got to be careful now with the cleanup guy up there with a runner in scoring position. He could be in danger of giving up that.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And sometimes if you don't get to a guy like this early, then you're never going to get to him. So you don't want to let this chance pass you by.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We return to Tropicana Field after this. Anibal Sanchez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, you see the ERA there. Not anything that's going to jump out, but he has been dependable. He gives his ball club a chance to win.
Matt Joyce comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Rays, left fielder, Matt Joyce.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Eric, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
And they've split the first 4 games on this road trip, so lately they're in a bit of a holding pattern, but they could be ready to break out right here.
Duvall is in his tracks now. 1 gone. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, Evan Longoria has been tearing it up lately, and even 50 homers to his credit right now, so he's having just a remarkable season. I really can't say enough about how important he is to the lineup. It seems if he's going well, the team's going well.
Into the windup and the pitch. Daniel Murphy comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well, this is one of those guys that's got to keep the ball down in the strike zone. He's never going to overpower you. He just needs to use that sinking fastball and the changeup to get guys to hit the ball on the ground. Watch as this game goes along, the ground ball to fly ball ratio.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Evan Longoria will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
What a great season, but in order to win the Triple Crown, he's going to need some help from his teammates getting on base. He's in the top 5 in RBIs, but not leading that category.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
In for a strike. It's 1-1. Two out, nobody on. Hit hard up the middle. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. After 1, no score. Tyler Collins makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Tyler Collins.
Price gets his sign. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
And that's what I mean. Very tough to time that fastball, and it was set up perfectly by that first pitch curveball.
And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. The 1-2 pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, this is just one of the best left-handed starters in all of baseball. One of the reasons why is the way he pitches to left-handed hitters. I mean, that is just a devastating curveball right there.
Nick Castellanos now. As he'll take a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 8 home runs and 47 RBIs. Chopped foul right at home plate. Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's a
good job there of making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Jose Iglesias will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. In there at the knees, strike 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play, and that'll compound matters even further.
Oh, this one really hurts. You don't mind seeing this quite as much with the bases empty, but this one's going to cost them a run.
Rory Duvall will stand in, and he's been tearing the cover off the ball the past few days as you see his numbers from the last 5 ball games. He's set. Here it comes. And that's swung on and missed for strike 1. Softly hit toward the hole. To his right, Martinez. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Yeah, he didn't do a whole lot with his swing right there, but at the very least, he does move that runner up 90 feet now with 2 away.
Brian Schreiber will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. First delivery to him on the way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
And this might be a situation where a little time in the video room pays off. They know this is a guy that'll throw that curveball early in the count. So it looked like he was waiting for it, and he'll drive in a run here on the double.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder, as he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Martinez has got it, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the second. Tigers lead this one 2-0. Corey Dickerson will stand in for the first time, and he enters with that average in the stratosphere, up over 360 to begin play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Good late break to the slider. 87 on the gun there. It's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Iglesias is up with it, and he's set down 1 away.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Victor Martinez.
Victor Martinez will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Duvall has it in his tracks. 2 down.
Batting sixth, the shortstop, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Asdrubal Cabrera will stand in for the first time now, and he'll do so as the 4th leading hitter in the American League.
This guy just keeps on rolling. You look at the season numbers, and they're excellent. 2 hits in yesterday's game to add to it.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And good movement on the fastball there from Sanchez as he jumps ahead with strike 1.
Wow, he is spotting that fastball on a dime here early on.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And that'll break the string of 5 straight to start tonight. They finally get their first base runner here with 2 outs in the second. Good to at least get something on this guy before he really settles into a groove out there.
Trey Barnett will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
from the stretch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much.
Here comes the 0-1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Boy, a two-out single, now nearly a hit by pitch. You've got to be careful right here not to let this inning get away from you.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Ready on 1-2. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. One left for Tampa. They're still down. It's 2-0. Ian Kinsler is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike one.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Skied into straightaway right. Dickerson's there. One away.
First baseman number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Into the box, Miguel Cabrera. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Hit sharply toward the right side. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number two.
You know, I'm not sure if he was trying to go the other way or whether he was just way late on this fastball. But he winds up making pretty good contact. Unfortunately, he just shoots it right at the first baseman.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Bases are empty here with two men out. Boy, and he's turned things around from that last inning as this pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2.
I think he had him flinching on that one. That nearly came back to the inside corner.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Tigers as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Kevin Kiermaier will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Well, he's been having a pretty good year, but he's been slumping just a little bit at the plate recently. We got to see if he's going to pick it up in this game.
Back at it is Sanchez as he moves ahead of the leadoff man here, 0-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Sanchez gets his sign. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
As a hitter, when you're not catching up to the fastball and you're physically fine, a lot of times that means your problem is you're indecisive. You're not sure what you're trying to do at the plate. You're not confident. You're not trusting your ability. Right now, it's more mental than it is physical.
Here's John Jaso now. Into the seats, 0-1. And there's ball one. Squared that one up just a little late. One out, nobody on. Got him swinging in the dirt. Avila corrals it. And he makes the throw to first. Jaso is retired, 2 down now.
The batter.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Gets him fishing for it. Then nice work to tidy up behind the plate and make the put out at first.
Here's Matt Joyce now, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as he lines this one out to center. In there, a base hit.
And just when you thought this inning was about over, back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. You can't let your guard down even for a second against these guys.
Evan Longoria stands in, trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
2 down, runners at first and second. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Schreiber looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. A 3-run homer for Evan Longoria, the 297th of his career, and that pushes the Rays out on top here, 3-2.
Well, no doubt that's a mistaken location right there. Watching that one come in.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
3 runs already home here. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. Release point, mechanics, just about everything looks out of whack right now.
And these are the guys that really scare you. The guys that have absolutely no clue where the ball's going. Time to close up that stance just a little bit, I think.
Duvall sprinting after it. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. One more look at the big blow for the Rays. A 3-run home run. We're through 3 in St. Pete. It's now 3-2 Tampa. Tyler Collins is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Runs up and gets this one down. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
Well, you see from the wide angle, the third baseman, he's not expecting this at all. He's got no chance to make the play here. That's a great job of catching everybody off guard.
Nick Castellanos strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Price pauses. First pitch on the way. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. Flip onto the second baseman covering. Will take care of him at first. Scored 3-4 on the sacrifice, and the runner moves into scoring position now with only 1 away.
Yeah, it's still early in this ball game, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and play for the 1 here. And this will get the potential tying run up to second base with 1 away.
So striding in, Jose Iglesias, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And here's a ball hit in the air. Martinez in foul ground. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The left fielder, number 4, Rory.
So stepping in, number 4, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Here comes Dickerson. And that's the 3rd out. Tigers leave 1. Still a 3-2 ball game. Victor Martinez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
First baseman, Victor Martinez.
First offering on its way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Shot back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Boy, that hit right there is just a thing of beauty. You talk about smoking one right back at the box. There isn't too many guys in the middle of that field that can catch a ball like that.
Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. As he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike one. We're in the fourth. 3-2 is our score. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will get on out to the 370 sign now. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
And it's just the fourth inning here, but he's already given up more hits in this one than he did in his entire previous outing. Whatever he had going on last time out, it ain't happening here.
Settling in now, Trey Barnett. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Runners at second and third here. Nobody out. Hit hard up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. And the run is in to score from third. And not in time as the second run scores.
Now batting,
Kevin Kiermaier is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Hard liner to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result, he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. Into the box now, John Jaso. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And it looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw in the Tiger bullpen. He's set and the pitch. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And it in fact lands in the corner, foul. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. Nothing in two now.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good changeup there.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Now the Tiger skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it appears that'll be all for Anibal Sanchez. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Steve Parson is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Matt Joyce will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch coming. Here it is. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so we probably won't be working the corners.
Here comes the 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation.